And the House and Senate are set to vote today on a bipartisan deal to avert a partial government shutdown ahead of today's deadline. The legislation is expected to pass the House, but it could face hurdles in the Senate. ABC's Jay O'Brien joins me now from Capitol Hill for more. Jay, where does this deal stand, and can it pass in time to avert this partial shutdown?
Well, it was announced yesterday, Diane. It kicks the can down the road for government funding for part of the government to next week, March 8th. Remember, funding for about 20% of the government was going to expire this Friday. So it prevents a partial government shutdown, kicks the can for funding for another part of the government into late March. All of it is complicated, but right now what you need to know is there is that temporary funding measure. In order to avert a shutdown, it's got to pass the House. They're voting on it this afternoon. When it passes the House, if it passes the House, which it's expected to do, it goes to the Senate. It's expected to pass the Senate too, but if one senator throws up an objection, that could delay this process procedurally. So that's something we're watching for to see if there's any senator that's willing to do that.
Meanwhile, Hunter Biden testified for nearly 7 hours yesterday as part of this impeachment inquiry into President Biden. What's the latest on that?
The biggest takeaway that you should have is that he stuck to his testimony, we're told, that we expected him to say, which is that he said to those lawmakers under oath that his father had no connection to his overseas business dealings, period. That's the root of this Republican inquiry. Did President Biden, when he was vice president and a private citizen thereafter, have any kind of connection with his son Hunter's overseas business dealings? Republicans have presented no evidence of that so far. They wanted to haul Hunter Biden in to question him on that topic, and the underlining takeaway is he told them there was no connection, and he blasted the impeachment inquiry as a fishing expedition.
Yesterday, Jay, a lot happened on Capitol Hill. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell also announced he's stepping down as Republican leader in November. How significant is that?
We didn't expect this much to happen yesterday on Capitol Hill. So Mitch McConnell stepped down, or he said he's going to step down in November. It's significant because of his legacy. He has a legacy, left an imprint on the Senate in his reshaping of the American judicial system, his breaking with Trump after January 6th, his staunch support for Ukraine in recent years. It's now going to kick off a leadership race. Who is going to replace him? There are further right Trump allies in the Senate who would like to see one of their allies, like a Rick Scott type. Then there are the three Johns: John Barrasso, the number 3 Republican in the Senate; John Thune, the number 2; John Cornyn of Texas, also in the running. So you will see some of these divisions in the Republican Party start to be laid bare in this race to replace McConnell, and they've got some months to have all that out because McConnell isn't leaving the job, as you noted, until November.
All right, ABC's Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill. Keeping track of a lot for us, Jay. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.